going on, guys? Saturday, you made it to holiday weekend. It's holidays, you're supposed to relax. But I would recommend make that productivity related relaxation. Bring a book or something. At least do something. Try to have no 0 days. It's easy. It's easy to be like, oh, I'll start 2019. This is the year we're going to start. Don't fall into that trap. You don't let everything go to waste. What's up, Sid? How's it going, man? Just here hanging out for a little bit. I'm going to go hit the gym soon, like always. Just trying to get back into the routine here. Streaming in the morning. Sam, how, dude? I'm good. Sam, what's up, man? How's your weekend? You made it. Not too bad. Excited for break. Don't be too excited. Like, you should be excited for break, but put in the work, right? Because you're gonna hit that shock at the end of the break if you don't keep it going. It's consistency. Once you accept that there's just straight, uncomfortable work, you gotta do it, man. Online courses to build a portfolio? Nice, dude. That's what I like to see.
What's going on, YouTube?
Oh my god. If I hear my voice one more time in a video. Every time I load my channel up, that video plays, and it's like, I can't handle it. Did you guys get the notification, by the way? Zach, dude, what's up, man? You're always here. Gotta do some AI from Udemy. Awesome, dude. Sounds good. Zach, dude, what's up? You get 2 weeks off? I'm sure you get Christmas Eve and Christmas off. At my last job, we didn't get Christmas Eve off. Can you believe that? We didn't get Christmas Eve off. But basically, everyone was on vacation, so it was like, I'm just gonna go. It wasn't an official holiday. I was like, really? You failed your Google interview for internship. We'll do some coding problems. You recently failed. Dude, you didn't fail. It just didn't work. Like, when you stop trying is when you fail. Because you've ensured that there's no hope once you have given up hope, basically trying, right? So you haven't failed yet. You haven't failed. It just didn't work the first time. People need to redefine failure. Seriously, that whole word just needs to be changed in the dictionary. How are you guys? Zach, how are you, my man? I'm not sure which video I should post next. Do we do live overflow? Do we do Patrick's final labs project and what he made? Do we do Kyle's story about how he's working his way up through the corporation to learn web development rather than like just doing self-taught and then getting a job? I don't know. Got lots of videos to come out. Not sure which one to post. Probably live overflow. That'd be a good one. You haven't been catching the streams lately, but you're inches away from finishing. Goalless job before February since you don't want to be interviewing during Christmas time. You should be wanting to interview during Christmas time because everyone else right now, this is a perfect time to apply for jobs because everyone else right now is not applying to jobs. They're like, oh, it's the holidays, everything's real slow, I'll get back at it after the holidays. You, right now. This is the perfect time to apply and interview. When everyone else doesn't want to, you want to. Honest, dude, rising grind. That's what it is. You're like the Ty Lopez in tech. Oh, please no. Please move the Ty Lopez away. No. Merry Christmas, Malik. Brian, hello bungalow. What's up, man? How's it going? I switched up the music. I just clicked play. We'll see how that goes today. You ever heard of monkey bread? Dude, monkey bread is the best. Homemade monkey bread. Put some pecans in that. Even better. Read a tech book a day every day, or read a tech book. What am I doing for break? I don't have breaks. I don't take breaks. I mean, I take breaks, but like I don't have like a break. That's not how it works. Gotta show my Ferraris. Let me get my books. Where's my books? Dude, monkey bread is like, oof. Leon, do I remember you? Yeah. What's up, man? Harry, hello. Do I like ASP.NET Core? No. What are you gonna do during time off from work? I work for myself, so I don't get I don't get breaks. I don't get holidays. I don't get vacation. I don't get any of that. And it doesn't matter because even when I had a job, I still didn't take any of that. They're like, whenever you take a break, someone else out there is working. Someone else out there is putting in the hours, putting in the work. Everyone else is like, oh, I earned this holiday break. You and everyone else is taking a holiday break thinking that? Nah, you didn't. It's just given to you. And if you refuse to accept it and work, that's what you need to do. There are no 0 days. If I don't post a video, it doesn't mean I'm not productive. It just means I didn't post a video, but I am still doing things behind the scenes every single day. What do I think about C++? Solid. Forgot your laptop, so you're kind of stuck. You can watch Udemy courses on your phone. You could hit up some programming stuff on your phone. I mean, I made a video about it. Did I do any work as a contractor for your last job after I left? No, they didn't want me to. They actually, so this is what happened. They outsourced my job. They outsourced my job to a tech team in India. So my job, that's how much their job meant to me, or meant to them. Basically, I quit, and they were like, you know what, just give it to someone in India. And then they just paid someone like super cheap to do it. And then, now they're hiring some dude in Florida. And that dude messaged me. He's like, hey man, I interviewed at the company you worked at, and I think I'm going to be taking your job. You got any tips? And I was like, bruh. He like messaged me on LinkedIn. And he's like, yeah, I even mentioned your name. I told him I watch your videos. I was like, no. First video you watched was a Python keylogger. The intro was pretty fun to make. You look like you just woke up. Did you brush your teeth? I did just wake up. Actually, I've been up since like 6. I just have messy hair. Why don't you start video tutorials? Why don't you start video tutorials? I've been up since 6. I just haven't communicated. I woke up with that fresh nose acne. Feels good. This is what happens when you have oily skin. Even when you take a shower like night before. Anyways, Top Tech dude, what's up? You like taking vacation when no one else is taking it, and usually in small chunks. Everyone at your work is taking all of December off, so nothing gets done. Oof. India is gaining traction. They've got a lot of people with drive to succeed. But this is the problem. The problem is broken English and quality of work. The problem that we had with outsourcing work, because we had an outsourced team while I was working there, so that was always kind of in the back of my mind, like, they're going to outsource me eventually because they've already done it. And then, like, basically, there was communication issues nonstop, and then they just did the bare minimum. Like, they didn't check their code. Like, they would just go into the code. There'd be like a UI bug, and they go in and they'd fix it. And then they wouldn't check it. They would just be like, okay, it's fixed. Well, how do you know it's fixed? Did you check it? No, but I know this was the line of code that's wrong. What? It was terrible. It was terrible. The quality of work was absolutely terrible, and communication difference was like 12 hours. So you could never figure out. Did I know about SEO before I started YouTube? SEO is just good copywriting. Your ability to write marketing text, essentially. 7 interviews next 2 weeks, dude. That's awesome. Armand, dude, how's it going, man? Is computer system course has anything to do with web development? I don't know what's in the course. It's what is this music? Let's just get into this music. I'm gonna have to pass. It's a little bit weird for me. Yeah, I was always worried that they were going to outsource my job. I even told the CEO that. I was like, you're going to outsource my job. He's like, no, we value your work. And I was like, you've already done it to other people. You applied everywhere? That's how it goes. Most replies from Indeed. Yeah, I get a lot of replies from Indeed. I'd say Indeed also offers like generally lower salaries. Another 2 hours to see the fam. Later, Adam. Adam, why can't I say your name? Later, dude. Gym just opened a little bit ago, so getting ready to go there. What else I miss? Opinions on machine learning? Oh, I missed it. Yeah, machine learning is good. Angular JS question mark question mark. What does that mean? Brandon Evans asking the real questions. Favorite nursery rhyme to listen to before bed? I like picture books before bed. I'm not a huge fan of nursery rhymes. I prefer picture books, and then someone just pointing out the pictures to me and explain, Modev, dude. Nah, you put in the work, man. What is this? Did you do TDD at your previous job? No, we had manual testing. Our QA department was 2 dudes that sit in a room and they just click through the app all day and just check to see if stuff's broken. You don't get much traction from Indeed? I think Stack Overflow is good. Indeed is really fickle because you can post on Indeed for free, so it's like you get a lot of garbage there. No such thing as relax. You can relax, but just make it productive. How many hours Angular will it take if I'm beginner in JS? It's going to take you approximately 162 hours, 42 minutes, and 31 seconds. If you can't do it in that time, just quit coding. Quit life. Uninstall. AFK. That's all I got to say, Udit. That's what you want to know, right? Glassdoor. Stan, you could also do LinkedIn. Do I listen to podcasts when you're driving? Nah, I listen to books. I gotta finish. I'm trying to do 1 book a week. That'd be 52 books a year, 1 book a week. This is what I got going right now. I'm so close. Oh, I didn't. Wow, I'm actually super close. Anyways, this is what I'm listening to right now. You guys know. This is my man. So, got that David Goggins. Yeah, Can't Hurt Me is pretty good. He's got a pretty good story. He's basically like, he didn't think he could do any of it, and he ended up doing all of it. So every time someone's like, I can't do it because of X, Y, and Z, chances are there's someone already that has done that in spite of that exact same reason. Yeah, Can't Hurt Me is pretty good. You should listen to Blackpink songs. I can't. I'll get demonetized. You always use Stack Overflow when you can't find something and you need to post. There's a 2-day cooldown? Maybe. Which phone do you use? That's a Note 9. Best keywords for a web dev resume. But it depends on what you work on. Like, what are your skills? Hi, you're 18 starting internship next year? Dude, nice. Has your phone blown up yet? Not yet. I'm still waiting on it. Makes it good. So when I lay it on my bed, it makes it good, pillow warmer. It's pretty good. David Goggins is a monster. This is like before. This is like just recent. David Goggins is kind of like a new thing. It's kind of like all these people haven't heard of him yet. But he's actually the SEAL in the book called Living with the SEAL, where this guy lives with David Goggins for 31 days. And David Goggins is like training him, and he comes in his room while him and his wife are asleep. He's like, wake up. But he says like a bunch more curse words and stuff. The book is hilarious, but he wasn't allowed to reveal his identity in the book until like 2 years or 3 years later, until he was out of the Navy SEAL. And so then it was David Goggins. It's like, so I would recommend read Living with a SEAL first, and then read that one. So good. Read the job description. I don't know. Be careful with adding the job description to your resume. I would more talk about how you match it in the cover letter. Doctor Strange, awesome effects, please. I actually have the portal right here. Like, I could do the portal, you know, like, I could do it, but if you're out there lurking, by the way, appreciate your time. Thanks for hanging out on Saturday. I know your Saturday holiday break is very precious, but, you know, make it productive. Should you drop out of college and just go to Lambda? Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. If I could go back and redo it again, I would probably skip college and just go to Lambda. But that didn't exist. 2019 goals? Ah, man. Esteban. So this is the thing with everyone's like, what are you doing in 2019? Any resolutions? I'm not waiting for a specific calendar day to start something that I couldn't start right now. There's no difference other than saying, okay, I have a 365 days of this year to get this thing done. If you want something, don't wait for a New Year's resolution. Like, it's stupid. Just do it now. No reason to wait. Zero reason to wait. But my goal is 100K. I'd like to hit 100K in 2019. So that'd be nice. But kind of, I don't know. Growth rate died yesterday. What's up, Sandeep? It's a weird song. Pass. Jimmy Johnson, you're right, son. I mean, if a certain day in the future is like when you're gonna change your mind and get started on something, it just sounds like you're really lazy, and the chances of you actually following through with that thing, then they probably are already pretty low. Oh, I'm just gonna wait till January 1st to get started. Okay. The best thing about January 1st, well, it's kind of good and bad, but like you see all these people at the gym. Every single gym in the world gets full on like the first week of January, and then the second week of January is like empty, right? All these people come in. They're like, I'm gonna do it. No, you're the same person you were 2 weeks ago. You haven't made that mental switch yet to just decide. It's the same thing with coding videos. Like a part 1 coding video has like 250,000 views. Part 2 video has like 12,000 views because people just can't. They just don't have consistency. Like, oh, they were motivated to do it the day 1. Day 2, no. So they don't do it. Do you box in the gym? Nah, dude. I slap box on the street, you know? Open hand slap box. Can I tell you what Node is used for? How is it needed as a front end or full stack? Node, I'm not an expert in Node. It's just a back end JavaScript technology. So instead of using PHP, you can use Node. You're writing an article on this for your blog. You're curious what my opinion is on AWS? I don't use AWS. I just use DigitalOcean. AWS is good, I guess. Alice, how's it going? Welcome aboard. Alice is in all the streams everywhere. Alice is in Coding Phases stream. Alice is in my stream. Alice is in the comments everywhere. Alice is basically an omnipotent being. She's everywhere. If I had $1 million right now, what would you buy? I don't think that's the correct question. If I had $1 million right now, I'd put it in my bank account and not look at it. Or, you know, I'd probably invest it into some high dividend stocks, really. But I wouldn't buy. There's nothing that I can buy that would significantly change my life. Nothing that I could buy that would significantly affect my happiness. And besides, just because you have $1 million doesn't make you a millionaire, because you didn't earn it. That's why all the lottery winners go broke. Everyone's like, what would you do if you had 30K right now? The same thing if I had 100K. There's nothing that would significantly impact my life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like, people are like, wow, $10,000 is so much money. Well, it can't pay off my house. Can't pay off my car. Like, I don't know. $1 million is not a lot of money anyways. I don't have $1 million, but it's not that much. you could live a comfortable life. I don't know. I didn't earn it. I wouldn't want it. I want to earn it. Is it necessary to know MVC? Well, if you get an Angular job, yes. Is it possible to get a dev job in the US if you're not a US citizen? You need a visa for that, an H-1B visa if you want to work here. If you don't want to work here, you'll be a remote contract worker. Quit life. You're crazy. I mean, if you can't cut it in the hours and days and seconds specified, just quit. I mean, what was it, like 161 hours, 43 minutes, and 32 seconds or something like that? If you can't learn Angular in that amount of time, you're done for. Like, just quit life. You have 3 Audible credits. Alice, I don't know what you're into. My recommendations, I don't listen to like fictional books or anything. The Art of War is pretty good. 48 Laws of Power is good. Unscripted, MJ DeMarco. Unscripted by MJ DeMarco. Crushing It 2018 by Gary Vee. Those are huge ones for me. Do I plan on starting my own business? I have my own business. It's called Grind Reel. It exists. Grind Reel is a real thing. It's a real business that exists. But I don't have like a brick and mortar place to work, and I would never want to because I don't want to pay rent and then commute to some place. So I'd like get a place where I work and then pay the commute to go to some place I pay to work when I can just like sit here and work. Rules for rulers, big on management and stuff. I don't know. You have to be really careful with management. Management is like an area where, like in the video yesterday when Eddie was talking about middle management and managers, managers are people that weren't good enough to be programmers and they're not good enough to make any real important decisions. So they're in the middle. And like, I don't know. They don't really have any good skills and no one values them enough to let them make good decisions. So they're just like thrown in as like cracking the whip. So, I don't know. Man, like leaders. Maybe rules for leaders or something. If you want to lead, be a leader. Don't be a manager. It's more fun being in the comfort. Well, it's more fun. It's cheaper. I can have my dogs here. Mainly, it's cheaper. And, you know, I can do whatever I want. I can paint my room. I don't have to consult some landlord. Like, I would just do the digital nomad thing. I would never pay to have a place. It is important to learn design if you're a front-end developer. Please answer. Please, because you said please answer, I'm going to ignore it. What else we got? I've heard about an obscure language used in healthcare called MUMPS. I've never really... Wondering if you should learn or focus on other things like Mongo. I don't really know. Obscure language. I'd be careful. I'd be very careful. Don't get stuck. If you start like learning an obscene language or like obscure language, obscene language, like just be careful because you're going to learn a language that no one else is using and you're not going to be able to transfer any of that anywhere else. You're going to get stuck. Nice headphones. Hey, thanks. I got them on sale at Best Buy because I'm cheap. Which language are you using in the back end? I don't really code that much these days. I just teach people how to code a lot. Best online resource for JavaScript learning. Bruh, go back 2 videos, click that link, watch that. Or just scroll down and look at the first comment. Yeah, but Adarsh Sharma. Yeah, do you need to learn design? Yeah, yeah, you need to know the concepts of design, color theory, basic like leading lines and stuff like that. Like you need to know basic UX, basic UI. Autodesk is realizing machine learning capable software. Thoughts on future of AI and industry will be hit the biggest. Robotics, obviously. Manufacturing, probably. Anything that a robot could replace a human for. Anything manual labor, really. Computer science or medicine? Computer science. It's cheaper. You don't even need a degree to do computer science. Medicine, I don't know, you got all these certifications, med school, you got all these years of your life going into med school. You have to sell your time for money as a doctor. So I would say, no, computer science, make an app, sell that app, or convert it to a software as a service, and then just AFK and collect money. Whereas if you're in medicine, okay, yeah, you do all the school, blah, 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 you get paid lots of money, you get paid lots of salary, but you spent like 12 years of your life to get there, and you have to spend your time seeing clients to get their money. So pass. Thinking about Lambda School, if you go, will I become a well-rounded web engineer? A lot of alumni go by the job title. All right, job title doesn't matter. I could call myself King of Google at my next job if I wanted to. It doesn't matter. I'll call myself whatever I want. Title doesn't mean shit. It just doesn't matter. Will you be a well-rounded engineer? Yes. They give you a lot of skills. Title, irrelevant. I call myself a YouTuber, I call myself a programmer, I call myself a developer, video maker, content creator. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you call yourself. It's a weird song. I'm gonna change this. What is this? We're on a dusty road, guys. We're on a dusty road, going down a trail with some wheat on the sides. I don't know, that's what this song reminds me of. It's kind of weird. It's like we're in a slow bar. Next. What motivates you? A lot of things motivate me, but I would say what drives me is a better question. There's a lot of times I'm driven but not particularly motivated. That would be the thing that separates the two. You don't have to be motivated to do something. Everyone's like, I'm not motivated to code. All right, well, that's your problem. You don't have to be motivated to code. Sit down on the computer, write the code anyways. Go be a little baby. You have knowledge of convert design to development. Is it sufficient, or I have to start making designs? I don't know, bro. It depends on the job. Read the job description. In 50 years, everything will be automated. Harry, I think you're right in some ways, but I think like eventually there will probably be like restaurants, and there will be like little robots delivering your food to you at your table, and then like there will be other restaurants with like actual waiters and waitresses, and then that will be like a novel thing. Like, oh, this restaurant still has people. Wow, let's go there. Great experience. Really takes me back. Like, that's what I see the future as. Bernard Johnson. Yeah, Muhammad. What Bernard says. Go subscribe to Bernard. He knows. You said you were doing a machine learning course. Any updates? Nah, too busy. I did the machine learning course. Got a few hours into it. But I have, other things. Like iRobot? Yeah, maybe. Is jQuery still relevant? If yes, how? Yes. Because people use it. Do you play Fortnite? I tried to play Fortnite. I'm not very good at building. That's the weak point, right? I can aim. I can use all the stuff. I'm just not good at building. Gotta get your hotkeys right. I know. But I'm just not very good because I haven't practiced. But I don't play it. I've played it. And I was like, I'm good. I play Overwatch and PUBG on my phone. That's it. Josh, my question answer. Demanding. Boy. Web dev makes websites and maybe servers. Software engineers make desktop apps and all the algorithmic stuff. McMaster, they do both, dude. You can be a web developer engineer and make web development algorithms. Like software engineer, web development, like software engineer is the title at the top, okay? And then web development is just like a sub task. Web development, desktop applications, machine learning, blah, 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 right? It all stems from software engineer at the top. They're all subsets. How do you balance work and personal life? And can you tell about your personal life not related to coding? Alina, what you want to know? How do I balance? Sometimes it's not balanced. Maybe it just looks like it is. Sometimes it's not. I'm up here on a Saturday morning at 10. I wanted to start at 6. I'm 4 hours late. That wasn't very balanced. Woke up at 6. I watched 13 action scenes in movies that were awesome for like 40 minutes. And then I watched Ninja for like an hour and a half. And then I don't know, I just waste a lot of time, you know? Like, same as you guys. It's not always balanced. But then I was like, okay, turn everything off. Let's get it done. And in that moment, you're like, all right, that's when you get productive. Would you rather eat a giant salad or give it to a poor kid? That's not a very good question. There's so many either ors that are better than that. Thoughts on YouTube burnout? I've made myself clear. I guess some people have it, some people don't. I avoid that. I got too much to do to even worried about being burnt out. What headset is this? It's a Corsair Void. More productive than you. You wake up at 6, lay in bed for hours. I woke up, rolled out of bed, looked at my phone. I don't know if you guys looked at this, but like, I don't know how many of you follow me on Instagram, but my dog, I was in here just like messing around, and then I go out to my kitchen and I see my dog. He's just like stuck on my kitchen table. I was like, boy, how did you even get on my table? It's so funny. He is a massive derp. I don't know. Hold on, let me show you. Do you need a degree for an H-1B? I don't know. I think it depends. See? Look, this is my dog. He's just stuck. He just stuck on the table. He couldn't get down. And I think he was there for like an hour and a half just because he didn't know how to leave. That was my morning. You give the salad away, but if steaks, it's a different story. I probably eat the salad anyways. Oof. How's your job search going? Timothy, I'm self-employed. I don't want to work a job. I don't want to work a career. I don't want to climb a corporate ladder. I want to be self-employed, do what I want to do, work on my own tasks. I would define myself as an entrepreneur, but that's kind of like a douchey thing to say. So the real title would be content creator. But I never want to work for someone again. I'll work with people, I'll partner with people, work side by side with people, but I'll never work a job for someone again. Just because I'm not motivated to build what you want me to build. I want to build what I want to build. And then they're like, okay, that's fine. All right, then it is. And it's your job to figure out how to monetize that and live. What are your other income sources as a developer besides YouTube? YouTube ads. I sell products. I have affiliate links, sponsored videos. I teach code. I coach people on how to get jobs. I review resumes, like lots of stuff. Like 15 different things. Which dog is that? He's called a Huskamo. YouTube burnout equals first world problems. Colemania knows. Yeah, YouTube burnout. Oh, guys, I'm just like so depressed and burnt out of YouTube. And okay, all right, man, I get it. Maybe just take a day. You've been trying. I don't know. It doesn't affect me because I have so much to do. What are your opinions on Microsoft removing Edge and working with Chromium? Have you guys ever seen that meme with Edge? I don't really have an opinion. Everyone's like, this is terrible. Chromium's good, I guess. Microsoft supporting open source, that's good. Where do you teach coding? Well, I teach coding if someone wants to pay me directly. I will partner with them and we'll work on whatever day works best, and I'll talk with you daily. I'll be your LinkedIn reference. I'll review your resume and everything. I'll do it's more like a coach. And then I also teach code at Open Classrooms as a mentor there. What I use to build GrindReel, if you inspect the page, you can see it's a WordPress. Why did you use WordPress as a developer? Well, because it's got e-commerce, it's got SEO. I have to do everything myself, right? No one helped me do that. What else we got? Can I tell quickly the difference between a microservice versus an API? Just copy difference between microservices and API and paste that into Google, and I think you'll get a better explanation. Otherwise, I'm just going to be making stuff up as I go. A microservice, basically, is when you have a pizza shop that's really small, right? So they sell pizzas, and it's just really, really small pizzas, okay? And the shop is also really, I don't know. That's what kind of answer I'm going to give you. How much does it take to be an indie? An indie what? You feel that with self-employment? That's the goal. You're trying to figure this out, get monetization channels up, get some ideas working on it. Thanks for doing your thing. Nathan, that's what it's all about, man. I would recommend everyone try to be self-employed at some point, because there's no better feeling than waking up and knowing that you don't have to. You don't have to do anything. Nothing is on the line. I mean, it is, right? But the idea of me getting disciplined at work for doing something, whatever, it just makes me feel like a kindergartner. Are you going to spank me too? Except in the real life, they just take away your paycheck and then you're homeless. So the idea of being disciplined at work as a child, it just really and the idea of being told where to be, for how long I can be, being managed by someone, that's not life. I feel like I'm a caged animal. I've never, ever wanted to be somewhere and work for someone. And it took me a long time to figure out that, look, you are just better suited to do your own thing. But I'm I don't know how to make money. I don't know how to do any of that. I don't know how to provide for myself. And then I kept getting laid off from jobs. Not because I was bad, not because I did anything bad, but because they ran out of money. And so it was I think if I would have had better experiences, I might be more pro company. Yeah, I would work for Google and Facebook and blah, blah, blah. No. Because I've been laid off 4 times. So, never again. Because if you started creating websites for small business, even though you use WordPress, it's not your favorite, dude, it doesn't matter. It's about the paper. It's about that money. Sharina, no Instagram. No. All right, Sharina. All right. I'll do an Instagram stream later. Is the web dev life really that bad? I don't know. Some people really like being part of a web dev team and doing stupid team get-togethers and enjoy the bureaucracy and office politics and all. It's bro, I don't have time to deal with any of this. I'm just gonna go home and do my thing. Well, you work for us. You work here from 9 to 5. You walk out that door. You're never okay. That's fine. See you later. What do you have in Power Trip on? You go to the grocery store too, just like me. But in this scenario, for whatever reason, you've established yourself up here and you get to tell me what to do? Nah, bruh. I'm just really passionate about being self-employed and self-sufficient. And there's no better feeling than just being able to be you know what, you can fire me. It doesn't matter because I have my own skills and I know that I can make enough money for myself that I don't need yours. So your threats mean nothing. And once you've reached that point, there's really no better confidence feeling. Because it's no one can take it away from you. You want the websites for remote work? Yeah, remoteok.io. We work remote. Stack Overflow with remote checked. You hate listening to other people and you're about to start applying for jobs? Look, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to do what everyone doesn't want to do, which is work for someone else. And I did that. I did that for 3 years, and I figured out, okay, there's a problem here, and I don't like this, and I'll never be happy here ever. It doesn't matter if they buy the company lunch, because, for every dollar I make, the CEO makes $150. Even though the CEO is not 400% better than me or 1,000% better than me, that's how much more money he gets. That's how much more value he gets. But in reality, the dude has trouble setting up PowerPoint to full screen. I'm sure you guys have been in college, right? Some dude has a PhD, can't even figure out how to operate the computer, like PhD computer science. That's how I feel at work with like CEOs and managers. And our storm, so this is the thing, I worked remotely, and I got laid off remotely from that job because they ran out of money. And I was like, all right, well, CEO's like, thanks for being part of the company family. We really appreciate you. We really you were part of the family, and we just had such a great time. And then literally a week later, he's like, we have ended all development efforts. And its total tone and cadence and everything just changed. We are ending all development efforts and will not be putting forward any more whatever, right? And he just sent out an email. He didn't even tell us we were done. He just sent an email to every single one of us. He's like, we're ending efforts. You have 2 hours to remove everything and share each other's contact numbers. And then he's like, and he didn't say thanks. He's just like, we apologize, and we'll be working with individuals through this hard time. And working with individuals through this hard time meant nothing. He didn't do anything. Nothing happened. So it's like, remote is not the answer, because I've done it. And the CEO gets to walk with his $4 million salary, right? And I'm worried about how I'm gonna pay rent. Work remote, it's flexible. You're still told what to do. Just picked up a remote internship. Yeah, I mean, remote is good. Remote removes some of the micromanagement, but still you have to work on a product for someone else. And so if you're okay with that, that's fine. I'm not okay with that, because I'm just not passionate about your dreams, bro. I'm passionate about my dreams, and I want to work on what I want to work on from 9 to 5, not what you're going to sell for $400 million at the end. And that sounds really mean, and not everyone's in that predicament, but that's just me. I want to do my own thing. I'm just bullheaded. I'll make it work. How many hours have you learned code in a day to land your first job? Well, I actually started coding for 45 minutes, and then I applied on Indeed, and I got a $75,000 job. So, Prabhath Chaturanga, that's actually how I got my job. But I'm in this really meta place of I don't want to work a job, but I help people get jobs. And that's just because some people really want to work for other people. Some people like that support. Some people have that vision of Google's vision. I just don't. And then at the same time, in order to be in this situation, you have to pick up enough skills on a job that you can transfer and do something for yourself. And so that's, people are like, I just want everyone to do what they want to do at the end of the day. So if you want to work remote and that's your dream and vision, go do it. That was mine too. And then that got cut off. And then it wasn't my dream and vision anymore, because I realized this wasn't going to work long term for me. And so that's just me. So I'm still passionate about helping people get in the industry, get jobs. You can take these skills anywhere you want. You can be a freelancer, you can work for a company, climb the career ladder, be an entrepreneur, make an app and sell it. You can do whatever you want. That's why I like this industry so much. All right, I missed a bunch of questions. I'll go back. Do you think you can make a remote living on C# like making apps? I don't think the language matters. I think your ability to sell the application matters. Stephen Lee, hi, what's up, man? You've been an entrepreneur for more than 20 years. Alice, I think that's because if you're like a freelancer, you're like, yeah, but your clients are your bosses. I don't have clients. And so therefore I don't really have bosses. I'm in this really straight place of I'm sole responsible for my value. You just want to know where the best owned projects you got to build for a first job, maybe amaze employees in your skills in front end and back end. Wasim, there's no best owned projects. Make something with Sockets.io. You want to learn Python and Django for web dev. Where can you start? Treehouse is good. Best way to monetize a personal site. You can put Google AdSense on there. But I mean, what are you selling? What value are you providing from your personal site? So remember, why are people coming to your site What's the reason? You can't just make a website and put ads on it and then get traffic if your website doesn't have any info people want. YouTube is the best? No, I do a bunch of different things. I do freelance videography. Like I did freelance videos for startups. I made like advertisement reels and all that kind of stuff for them. I feel like eventually this channel will turn into like, this is how you create value, this is how you build stuff for yourself, but it will always be tech focused, you know? But I would like to start talking about business and entrepreneurship stuff and like taxes, and I can't give financial advice because that would get me in trouble, but you know, stuff like that. How to sell, how to monetize, you know. I'm going to sell a course, how to make $10,000 a month drop shipping on Shopify, and then buy my course, and then like you'll realize that's how I make my $10,000, not by using Shopify. You're from India? How do you get a company from the US or UK to sponsor you? You have 4 years. Work for a technical recruiter. They can move you in pretty easy. My coworkers were from India and they were sponsored, and they worked for a recruiter in India that had an office in the US, and they just pushed them over. I don't remember the name. Is it required to be tech-oriented, not humanitarian mindset in order to learn JS? What? Mike, expand. Ever thought about starting courses on how to create a successful YouTube channel? I could start courses on how to create a successful YouTube channel. I don't know who'd watch it, but I know that video is the future of creating a brand. That's 100% sure, because it's better than text. Someone has to sit and stop what they're doing to read. People can walk around and listen to videos and like glance at it. Video is the future of creating a brand. Best Angular tutorial. I don't know. I don't really know. Have you tried working at a bigger company that has a smaller risk of layoffs? Yeah, I worked at a big company, and I worked at small companies, but Mikey, the real deal with bigger companies is that the bigger the company is, the more conservative it gets, and the less flexible they are. And I worked at a large corporation. It was like a few thousand people. It was huge. And I was literally employee ID number whatever, right? I wasn't Josh. I was employee number. That's what I was recognized by in the system. It didn't show my name. It showed my employee number. And I was like, this is retarded. So like they didn't lay anyone off. Actually, my job did get cut from there. A year later, after I left there, it got chopped. So, favorite song on New 21 album? Ooh, David Volpe. Dude, you got me, man. I think it was All My Friends. I think it's got Post on there, but he's not credited. I'm pretty sure it's got Post Malone in there though. But yeah, All My Friends is good. How did your employers know you had the skills that they need? I went into the interview and I said, hey, what is this new project you guys are working on? Can I look at it? Let me see some mock-ups. All right, let me give you my advice of what I would do here and how I would implement it. And that showed them right away my logic of how I would implement it and how I do it in front of them, and that was it. The work you do pays 3 times less than you might get overseas. Thoughts on that? Work remote. Or sell a product to an audience in the US overseas. In your op, what's the best way to get clients? Maybe joining Facebook groups or paying hundreds, if not thousands, for ads. Harry, this is why you want to skip the marketing. You want to skip marketing and build a brand. Because if you have a brand, you already have eyes. For example, I have a YouTube channel with X amount of subscribers. Now I can direct my subscribers there. Now I don't have to pay money for ads to get random strangers that don't know who I am. Now I have people that know me, that trust me, that have I give advice to, I add value to them on the regular. So if I sell something or look for a client, they already know I'm providing value. There's no this strangerness. They know how I am. They can see how I am. So that's what a brand is. That's why you should have one as a developer, because if you ever want clients, you can prove your value. Jimmy. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to hit 1 million subscribers soon. That'll be the day. React versus Angular in India? Oof, bro, I got you. Actually, in New Delhi, in India, right now, there's a React job for Prashid's development company, and you can go sign up there right now. I'll give you the phone number. But, dude, I don't know. React. No one is going to offer remote to a nobody. You're McMaster, yeah, you have somewhat of a point. Remote is very culture oriented. When you click read more, it just reloads the page. Don't think you want it doing that? Yeah, it's because I'm working on the page where it says read more. Which company? It's called Udit's development company. Actually, Udit Sarov in the chat here, he's actually hiring developers. So if you want to message him, he's in chat. He has a purple U. Udit Sarov, he's hiring developers. So go message him. He's hiring React developers. You need a brand new laptop. Dude, gifted fingers, you know what's up. Stay with Windows. Stay with Windows. It's cheaper. You get better hardware. So I wanted a job working remotely, like straight off the bat. Everyone will tell you that's impossible. And of course, when someone says something is impossible, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to prove you wrong. Just because you don't have ambition doesn't mean it's impossible. And so my first job let me work remote 2 days a week because I bargained for it. First of all, I created the position that I worked in, and then I bargained for a remote. That wasn't even on the table. Basically, my job didn't exist. I went in, I interviewed, they liked me. I was like, all right, look, let me work part-time, and I'll do work remote also Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And they were like, okay, sounds good. None of that wasn't even on Indeed, that wasn't on AngelList, that wasn't anywhere. I created my own job, created my own, they saw the value, I made an offer, that's what happened. You can work remote as a first dev job. It's possible. It's just really hard. You got to think outside the box. Most people are just so nervous, though, because they want the one job that they applied to, rather than thinking, all right, well, if not that one, then what else we got? Are the jobs remote? There's some jobs that are remote. Yeah, go to We Work Remotely, remoteok.io. Your schooling is remote, internship is remote. This experience increases your odds of remote. Good. DJ Ritzy, what's up, man? How's it going? DJ Richie, how's it going, man? I just want you guys to succeed. Don't get stuck when people say no, or you don't feel ready, or any of that. I just want you guys to not give up and just think outside the box and create. That's what it's all about anyways. That's what code is. It's creation. How do you get a part-time programming in the beginning of college as a CS student? Well, there's probably not going to be a job for that. So you apply to a regular job, apply to a full-time job, and then go into the interview and be like, hey, actually, could we make this part-time? I know that doesn't exist, but I'm willing to take lower pay or whatever to make this work. Do you think there's something, I'm really passionate about what you guys are doing? That's key. That's what I said. I said that to every company. I'm really passionate about what you guys are doing and the tech you're using, and I gave zero shits. I didn't care because I wanted a job and I had bills I had to pay. I'll say whatever you want me to say. But always say that, right? Even if, that's just say it. What web development trends do you think will get popular in 2019? That's a good question. There's nothing super different than, it's not like January 1st comes and everyone's like, all right guys, we're moving away from this tech. That's not going to happen. It's going to be pretty similar to 2018, but I don't really know. Good morning. Got your first internship offer. Danny HP. Salute. Congratulations, sir. Make it your own. I would advise this to everyone here. Make your job your own. Okay? Make it your own. Always come up with ideas. It's called I Will Fool You by Origo. It's making me feel motivational. I don't know if you can tell. That's what I would say. But seriously, make every single job your own. Always try to push the limits of whatever your job entails. If your job is front-end developer, see if you can't do some design. See if you can't do some UI UX. If your job is back-end, see if you can't do some front-end. Just push the limits of whatever your job is. Always come up with new ideas of new ways that you could do things and how you can improve things. Chances are, if you work at a large company, that idea will get stifled and it will never see the light of day because it has like 9 managers to go through. But if you work at a startup, that's how you get to the top. That's how you get more equity. DJ, are you at like a dev shop? 100% on pushing limits. You push the CS job to where you spend 90% of your time doing web dev work. Exactly, man. That's how you grow. It's your life. It's your life at the end of the day. So apply for this job, but try to do everything. Nice, man. People get so hung up on titles that they just. That's what I'm saying. Like, you applied it. Like, the job that I got at my mechanical engineering job didn't exist. I applied to like 5 jobs at the same company. HR lady reached out. She was like, Josh, I don't know what you want, but none of these really fit you. And so in my cover letter I put, if none of these jobs fit my qualifications, I am open and willing to take other positions that may better fit my skills and abilities. Someone write that down, because that's what I put at the bottom of every single cover letter, whether that's web dev or engineering or in any job. Apply to a job with that line, which shows that, look, I want to work here. And she was like, what do you want? And I was like, I don't really know. I just want an opportunity to talk with someone because I feel like I have skills that can add value. And she was like, all right, give me a week. And she reached out, and they were like, all right, we've never had this position before, but your set of skills looks awesome, so we're going to interview you. Had like 9 interviews, and then I got my job. You got a good grip on web dev tech. You totally suck in CS fundamentals, data structures. How relevant are they? Nanda, you go watch my previous video. You can look at Eddie. He's been in the industry for 15 years. He has his own startup, and he's working for freelance clients. He charges an egregious amount per day. I don't know. I think I asked him once, or he said once, but he charges like, I'm pretty sure over £1,000 per day because he's in the UK. He charges over £1,000 per day, and they're like getting a deal on him, and like the dude's really. Anyways, to answer your question, he thinks that no, they're not really relevant. We don't do that on a day-to-day. 9 interviews, you mean phone or on site? Well, I was living in Finland, so it was like 9 video interviews. One of them was like, I had like 3 with HR, and I had like 3 with other engineers, and then I had 1 with like a panel, right? So it wasn't 9, but it was a lot. I wore like actually I'll show you what I wore. I still have the shirts. It's right here. This is what I wore to my interview, right here. And I put a tie on too, because this was the only thing I had. Please hold. All right, this is what I wore to my very first engineering phone interview, because I didn't own a suit and tie. I probably never will. But this is what I wore to the video interview, and I had a tie on. And it was the worst because I had like a huge ass pimple on my face. And I went to go get my girlfriend's makeup to like cover it up because for whatever reason I thought that would affect me getting a job. It's the worst. I have a picture of it somewhere. I'd have to find it. DJ, I appreciate you, man. Thanks, dude. Happy holidays, man. You want to start freelancing, how to get clients. You should ask yourself how to get clients, and then ask the other question, I want to start, how can I freelance? You have it backwards. You can't be like, all right, I'm a freelancer, time to find some clients. You have that backwards. Find a whole bunch of clients that you know will give you money, and then become a freelancer. You have it backwards. You want to start freelancing, how to get client for .NET MVC full stack developer. Okay, you're not going to find freelance clients with that. Do it with JavaScript. Any tips for getting good experience in programming in college? So David, you're going to have to do what people don't want to do. You're going to have to be making projects on the weekends, because what they're going to teach you in college is probably Java, probably how to make a compiler from scratch, probably stuff that you're not going to do on the job. You're going to make projects on the weekends. Every Saturday you're at college, make one application. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be long. Just make something. So at the end of college, you'll have the degree and all these applications you made throughout college, and everyone else will have been partying and not doing anything, just doing schoolwork, working on getting A's. And the A's are irrelevant in the industry. Your GPA is irrelevant. The projects that you have show that you work, and you work hard on a Saturday when you don't have to, and everyone else just got an A. Congratulations. That's my recommendation, David. So I approach internship interviews where it's like recording yourself answering questions. What? Oh, how do you... So it's like record yourself answering questions? Alright, so I've actually done this for a few jobs. The job where I teach at open classrooms, I had to record myself filming a video explaining why I'd be a good teacher, and I thought the job was fake, so I just linked them to one of my YouTube videos, and then they emailed me. They're like, wow, that's great! And I was like, what? This is real? Michael knows. Listen to Michael. What do you think about Oracle charging a fee to use Java? I don't know. It's on a bunch of devices, right? Java's on a bunch of devices, and now they're cashing in on that. So, money. All the dev shops you applied to didn't care. They just want to see your skills. How do you back up your stuff? I have Google Drive, mainly. Does it count if they're small apps like sites or small no, it doesn't matter. Size doesn't matter, David. Just make something. Just make one thing every Saturday. Even if it's a work in progress. Just leave it, move on, learn a different one. Or maybe the next Saturday, finish it. Just do something. I don't know, we're changing. We gotta lower the motivational tone down. Get a little less motivational. Actually, this is kind of sad, but... Let me see. Music really affects my mood. We have come to see. A few weeks ago, you said you were going to go ahead on the Google interview. What's the progress on that? So Jessica, what's-her-face, reached out to me again from Google, and she was like, I would love to continue working with you, and I responded, and then she didn't respond back. So that's where we're at. Make me unmotivated? Nah, dude, that's not what this channel is about. It's not even about motivation. That's just a byproduct of hearing the truth. You like the nanolights? The problem is they're LEDs and they create this weird strobe effect. It's like imagine like someone pushing like a stroller down a scene here, and there's like leaves falling or something with this music in like slow-mo, and they're like going past the camera. I don't know. Like when I listen to music, that's when I'm like most creative. Music plus video creation is when I have my best ideas. What pre-workout you use? Why, can you tell I got some? Right now it's just C4 raspberry. Not the best. Them shoulders looking. You wanna see the shoulders? Just the front. It's the front delts, right? No pump. No pump. Not at the gym yet. We're gonna go do upper body day, so we're gonna hit him with the flex. Nah, that's not what this channel is. Maybe. I do have a Navy SEAL's phone number. I'm thinking about calling him up and asking him to train me a few times a week because I think that'd be fun. Developer gets trained by Navy SEAL. Click, click, click. I just see the clicks. You've been asking for the longest, plus you think you're building a resistance? I think you're building a resistance to caffeine. What up, Josh? What editor do you use? I use Visual Studio Code, my dude. Pre-workout will burn a hole through your stomach eventually. That sounds like bro science, but... Cheers to everyone who finished their finals. Ryan knows. All you guys hustling at school, congratulations on finishing your finals. But at the same time, you've reached one peak, and now there is another peak. And that will be how it is when you finish college, so don't change that mindset. What are your hobbies apart from coding? Making videos, playing video games, making video games, working out, traveling, playing with my dogs. I don't know. Lots of stuff. I'm a pretty normal guy. Poga, what's up? How's it going? How's it going, dude? It's a weird song. I'm gonna pass. Josh is a pro mobile gamer. I'm actually Diamond on PUBG Mobile, so come at me. You like Lit pre-workout gummy worm flavor? So that's GNC's brand. So I had that too. Is it Davy Goggins who that Navy SEAL is? In Living with a SEAL, Ernest, yeah, David Goggins. That's him. And it was so awesome to find that out. I was like, please be David Goggins. Please be David Goggins. Because on the cover of the book, it's just some guy like barking at the other, but it's not David Goggins. And I was like, please be David Goggins. And then it is. And you're like, oh, everything makes sense. If you're so good, then start making videos about PUBG Mobile as a side. Nah, there's no point in doing that. There's no point in making PUBG Mobile videos. If you're so good, prove yourself. Why don't you just add me? Give me your friend code and we'll play together. That'd be fun. Alright, Dave, you want to know about my programming journey? Okay, this is what happened. I worked a mechanical engineering job, which I hated. And then I went to boot camp. A crappy 3-month, but really 2-month code boot camp. Part-time. So it wasn't really boot camp. And then I got a job at a startup. And then I quit the engineering job, got a software job. Software job said, sorry, Josh, we hired you for a project that doesn't have any more money. Okay, bye. And then startup ran out of money, and they were like, sorry, Josh, we don't have any more money because startup ran out of money. Okay, so then I got another job. I got a Ruby job for 1 day. I worked a Ruby job for 1 day. It was remote. And then everyone on Slack was like stepping away for 5 minutes. Stepping away for 10 minutes. Going to lay down on the couch, don't feel good. And then like just over and over. And I was like, all right, so I got another job offer same day. That was also remote. I quit the Ruby job, took the other job, paid more money, it was remote, no micromanagement. And then that job ran out of money, and they were like, yeah, government changed, this government contracting position, election happened, they're putting everything on hold, so sorry about that, bye. And then I was like almost homeless, and I tried to do YouTube full time in that, and I tried to make vlogs, and no one watched. Go watch them. They're super cringe. Just go sort by like 2 years ago. You can watch all my vlogs when I went to the zoo. Those are the vlogs my girlfriend is in. Like way back, I tried to do YouTube full time. No one cares. No one wants to watch your vlogs when no one knows who you are. And I didn't understand the concept of providing value then. I was just like, I'm going to be Peter McKinnon. That's not how it works. Anyways, I was almost homeless, got another job, and then promised myself I would never let that be taken away from me again. I would never let someone lay me off or take my money or control my money. And while I was at work, I did the bare minimum and focused on YouTube and everything else on the side, 100 hours a week. And then quit that job, and now I do this. That's my story. Probably a lot more to it, but in a nutshell. What's the average you worked at each job? I don't know, dude, it was all over the place. One job was like 4 months. One job for a day, the Ruby one, which was like terrible. And then the React job that got like let everyone go was like a year, and then worked at a startup for like a year. Worked at my other job that I just quit for like a year. I worked a lot. What's your workout tonight? We're doing upper body. So we're going to start off with some incline bench. We're going to start off with some overhead military press. Probably hit some flies. We'll do some hammer curls. What else? Finished up HTML. What should you learn? Java or JavaScript first? Same or diff? Java and JavaScript are exactly the same. Disregard anyone who tells you that Java is different from JavaScript, all right? Java is like JavaScript light. It's basically the exact same, except it's not. No, learn JavaScript. I'm just kidding. Java's not. It's totally different. You've earned your stripes. I don't know. I'm still earning the stripes, Pogo. I wouldn't say I have all the stripes yet. I'm earning my YouTube stripes now instead of, or content creator or entrepreneur stripes. I got the development like Purple Heart that's like, thanks for trying, Josh, but you couldn't keep a job because everyone kept laying everyone off. LOL, this is my Spider-Man keyboard, Josh 2016. See, people now, they would think those vlogs are interesting. I made super funny stuff or super dumb stuff. It depends on how you want to look at it. But but now that I have people that they probably watch them. But I don't know. I like making more valuable content, growing the channel. My Spider-Man keyboard? Yeah, dude, I have a RGB keyboard and I downloaded a theme. So whenever I press a button, it shoots out webs from the side or like white lights light up. The dog intros need to come back. I know, right? I used to make good vlogs. I made really good vlogs. I think they could compete with like Peter McKinnon. I was using After Effects before he was. Like, get on my level, but you know, that's just the YouTube algorithm. I'll meet him one day. Hello from Ukraine. Hello. Are you doing YouTube full time? I would say I'm building my brand full time. YouTube just happens to be one of the platforms that I use. I also teach code. So, I'm still in the industry. I'm just not working for someone else. JWP, both of them include Java and start with J. Or Ava and start with J. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. What age did I step in? I was 24. How can you prove? What? How likely do companies bring back interns as full-time? Don't bank on it. I would never bank on anything, a company doing anything for you. I would prove to them that if they let you go, it would be a loss for them. Anyone bother you on the curl rack telling you it's for legs? Not yet, Mark. Someone commented on my Google interview yesterday. And they were like, I'm gonna guess this was a wildly unsuccessful interview. And then I was like, actually, I'm a senior developer at Google now, and I run my own team. And he goes, insert .into foot in mouth. Wow, didn't mean to discourage you there. And I didn't respond. And then the next comment is like, oh, I just watched this video and it said that you never worked for Google. And then another comment a few minutes later, oh, I get it, you're being sarcastic. And I was like, bro, look at like this. Just look at how people worship Google. It's insane. It's like, wow. I'll take a screenshot. Well, I don't know where to post it. Yeah, if you guys are here, enjoying the vid, enjoying the stream, maybe just hit that thumbs up. I don't know. Steven, you went to Dev Mountain. You struggled at Dev Mountain. I know that feel. You went through your season of overstudying paralysis. The interview video shifted the perspective. Which one? I have a few. But I'm glad it helped. Are you going to take the Google Tech interview eventually? I emailed the lady back and she didn't get back to me. Probably she Googled my name and saw that I did a video about her. And she was like, yeah, this kid's just making videos. It's fine. We started coding boot camp called Actual Lives. I think maybe someone mentioned it. Is it better to have JS frameworks or C# alongside the usual web dev languages? What? JS frameworks, dude. The usual web dev language is JavaScript, so you'd want JavaScript frameworks. If Google offered you a full-time dev job, would you take it? No. If Facebook offered me a job, would you take it? No. If Google offered me a $1 million salary a year job, no. I wouldn't take it. I'm not working for anyone. It doesn't make me happy. I want to build my vision, my dreams, not Google's. Money won't change that. Have you thought about making your own merch? There is merch. It's down below the video. I made all those designs, and I'm not a designer. So yes, I know they're not that good. Would free code camp be a good start? Yeah, dude, hit free code camp up. It's written, but it'll hold your hand. Do you know if layoffs are less common for electronic engineers than software engineers? I don't know, Billy. I think that's like the wrong question. You should be asking yourself, what value do I have so that they won't lay me off? Not picking a different degree or industry because of the layoffs are different. Like, you should be layoff immune. Don't go to a job for job security. It's your job to provide you job security. Okay? And even then, don't work at a company for 10 years because you'll stagnate and you'll be used to doing your routine, and routine is not good unless, it's part of your discipline. Show us the Iron Man keyboard? I don't have it. It's just RGB right now. What is the alternative for Odin projects? Maybe use Laravel? PHP? They lay off cogs usually. My job at the engineer place, like, I knew I wasn't, like, my job at my engineering job, I knew it had, like, the company would have run just fine if I didn't show up. And I was just a number. It didn't matter if I was there or not. I provided zero value, and it didn't matter how many ideas I had because I had 9 managers that were like, sorry, no. And eventually, that job got cut. And if I hadn't learned software engineering, software development, web development, whatever, other skills, I would be screwed. I'd have, because I went to work and I would have went home, and those would have been my only skills. And that job would have been cut, and then I would really be homeless. How useful do you find networking events to be? I don't know. I'm too busy making videos. I network online. I don't think I have to be in person to network. But probably if you're... I don't know. Even then, even when I was a junior, I never went to hackathons. I never went to networking events. I never did any of that. Any concrete tricks for Visa sponsorship? Okay. There's no tricks for Visa sponsorship because that's Visa fraud, and then you get banned for 10 years. Your merch link doesn't work. It says we couldn't find the page you're looking for. Michael, so the problem there is that Google controls the links, like the actual pictures of merch. The one in my description I have to change myself, and I'll do that probably after this. The ones that are like right below the video where you can like click on the pictures and stuff, like that little shelf, that's from Google and YouTube. I don't control that, Would you consider yourself an introvert? Yeah. I mean, I would say naturally I tend to be more to myself. But, that's why I do YouTube. That's why I make videos, because it gets me out of that. And I know in order to be successful, I need to be able to communicate. So that's why I do this every day. It's uncomfortable. I remake videos sometimes 5-6 times. I redo my intros sometimes 30-40 times. I'm very introverted. But I do it. What he said about middle management is very true, Mark. I cut a bunch out about middle management. He was talking about, he's like, I would never work with some people in middle management again. I'd go get a beer with them, but middle management is only looking to further their career because they've stabbed me in the back so many times. I'm like, you're right. All they care about is their career because they don't have enough skills to do the job and they don't have enough knowledge to make any important decisions. So, middle management. What are your thoughts on pursuing machine learning jobs with corporations? I don't know. You could try it. I don't really know much about it, but you could do it. Hit a course in C++, probably will fail. You study Python, Java. Have plans of making something, but don't know where to start. Learn JavaScript instead. That's the best advice I can give you. Because that's just what I know, man. I don't really make stuff with C++. I can make the terminal say hello world, like see out, with your little operators there. Do you think there are more jobs in mobile or web? Probably web, because progressive web apps will take over mobile. But right now, mobile makes more money usually. Destiny, how's it going? What's my top recommendation for making money outside of a normal job? Pogo. Alright, so this is a question. What are your other skills? Do you have skills? How can you sell those skills without selling your time? But top recommendation, right? So if I had to do something right now, I would create a guide and sell that guide. So for example, I'm actually working on one. It's called the front end guide. Every technology and from which resource I would take it if I had to do it all over again. I offer free options and paid options, and I will sell that guide for money. So it provides value, shows you exactly what you need to do, and then I'll sell it for like $200 or something. Like, what are your skills? Package those skills, sell that into a product. That's what I would do. Could we see your portfolio? My domain expired because I don't need a portfolio anymore. Do I know any side hustles a college student can do? Yeah, so I mean, it depends. Do you want to sell your time or do you want to sell a product? Typically a side hustle in college would be something like Uber or Lyft or Amazon Flex or working another job. But a side hustle for yourself maybe would be, are you good at design? Are you good at designing? Maybe start reaching out. I don't have like a job that I can give you because I don't know what your skills are. You have to take your skills, package those skills up, and then offer that as a product, and then convince people to buy. That's the bottleneck, right? If you have skills, you package those skills up, and you try to sell them to somebody, but you don't have a brand, so it's going to be really hard for people to want to buy from you because you don't have a brand. They don't know who you are, which is why I recommend create a brand. So Charlie, side hustle, step 1, create brand or work on create brand. It's nonstop. It's not like create brand done. Time is expensive and product is cheap. Are you right? Time is very expensive. But the thing with the even deeper thing there is that you can make money back, but you can't make your time up. Once you spent your time, it's gone. Your time is gone forever. Did you read Laptop Millionaire? No, I read The Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco, 12 Pillars or Wealth, 10 Pillars or Wealth, whatever by Alex Becker, even though now he's kind of like hating everything. But MJ DeMarco has good stuff. Crushing It by Gary Vee. JWP. Yeah, so JWP, you're right? That's where I got the idea, and it all clicked. I was walking my dogs one day when I was listening to that book on Audible, and I was like, holy shit, if I can just create my YouTube brand and work on this and hustle this really, really, really hard to a point where I can get enough money to just live, then I can keep expanding that, and there's no cap from it. No one can take it away from me. You have to go into people's minds and remove the name Joshua Fluke. They have to forget who I am, or like, make a public stunt where I just offend a bunch of people or mess up, But even then, you just get more reputation from that, and then you bounce back, and then boom. That's why, any press is good press, is what they say. So people can't remove your brand. No company can take it away from you. They could try to stop you from having it, but I wouldn't work for a company like that. Can you recommend some programming communities? I don't really know. Time to head off. Later, dude. You bought a book about progressive web apps? Nice. No, Pogo, you need to work at Lowe's, and then you need to also work for yourself. You need to start selling websites to people. You need to start looking up companies. So this is what you do, Pogo. Go on Google Maps, open up Google Maps, look for little shops and stuff around you. Find them, click on them, see if they have a website. If they don't have a website, call them, ask them, or go there. Be like, hey, look, I want to make a website. It's totally free. Look, I know it looks like a scam. I just want to make a website for free because I'm working on my skills. Nothing to you. If you don't like it, you don't even got to use it. And then they say yes. You make one. Then you make another one. Then you make another one. Then on the fourth one, you're like, hey, I made clients for these, and I actually have experience with this. I'd like to make you this. You can pay me what you want, right? So then you're going to get paid, but you're not setting a fee. Do that a few more times. And then you do it. You get to a place where now you have a reputation, you have a brand, and you've been documenting this process, right? You've been filming yourself going in to these places, showing how you're doing this. Now you get a little bit of a following. Now you can start selling how you did this. Give them the details behind the scenes. Like, that's the process that you have to do while you work at Lowe's. That was a long sentence, but that's the gem of the stream right there. Languages you know? I know a lot. Do I know a lot of them well? Not really. What can you expect from web dev tech interviews versus standard? Same thing. Thanks, your advice won't go unheeded. I mean, Pogos, that's the thing, right? You're going to get rejected at that initial stage. That's going to happen. And then you're going to get put off, and you're going to be like, I don't want to do this. This is stupid. This is way too much effort for like zero return. But you're not looking for a return right now. You're looking just to get started right now. You're not looking to build an empire. Well, you are, right? But you're not looking to build money right away. You're just looking to get started on something for yourself that later you can make money while you're working at Lowe's. And you'd be like, all right, bye, Lowe's. Got that FU money, you know? What's your age? I'm 28. I'll stay for 4 more minutes. 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to head out to the gym. An hour and a half stream. Then I'm going to go see Aquaman, probably. That looks pretty good. I can't. I gotta make a video. And if that video gets out before 2 o'clock, maybe I'll go see. Hard flex? Are you saying hard flex because you want me to flex? It's like, all right, we'll do the hard flex. I got no pump. What time is it? It's 11:09. Can you release the cut footage of yesterday's video about middle management? I mean, I could, maybe, but I don't know where. It wouldn't be worth like an entire video to itself. It's just like extra couple minutes. Where would I post it? Maybe I'll offer that as like a Patreon perk, access to uncut footage that's too offensive for YouTube. Yeah, that would be good. Would you guys subscribe to a Patreon if I released uncut footage that's typically I cut out, like all the offensive shit that YouTube would demonetize me for? Just put that somewhere else. What are you training in the gym, my guy? We got upper body, so we're gonna start with upper chest. We're gonna hit some hammer curls, right? So you gotta hit the hammer curls to build the thickness of the arms, and then we'll probably hit some shoulders, do some shrugs. Portfolio is overrated if you're good at data structures and algorithms. No. What is the min requirement to get accepted? You need to pass their entrance. I don't know. That's their secret sauce. Like you watch the video with Austin, he's like, I don't want to give too much away. That's their secret sauce. So I don't know. How many times you skip legs? I skipped legs twice this month. I'll just be honest. But I do basically a deadlift day, which is mainly focused on legs. I don't do squats that much though, like just straight like free weight barbell squats. I don't do that much. My knees pop a lot. But I do lunges and all that stuff. I do squats, just not as much as I should. Best resource for JavaScript. Udi, go back 2 videos, watch that video, hit that thumbs up, and then look at the first comment. Good, done. Alright, my guys and girls and dudettes and everybody, I hope you guys have a great Saturday. I'll be posting Live Overflow's video for how to get started in cybersecurity and hacking, penetration testing, all that stuff a little bit later today. So I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me rant. Hopefully I answered your questions, provided some value today. So that's what I always talk about. I just want you guys to make it. That's it. Because like, if I can do this, I don't think I'm the sharpest tool in the shed. You guys can do this. You guys are way smarter than me. So anyways, guys, I'll see you later. Have a good one.